Welcome to MrDungles channel. Tonight is June 2nd, 2021. We're going to be speaking about important life decisions. Late Night with MrDungles part episode 2. Want to thank each and every one of you that comes out each and every night. If you're listening to this during the day, I hope all is well. As always, I'm not a financial advisor, and I do this for entertainment purposes only. I also want you to know that I am going to share with you some of the most important decisions that you will have to make in your life. Understanding, that coins, money are going to come and go. Cryptocurrency is much bigger than what you can imagine. I want you to take time. I want you to take notes. I want you to be smart. I want you to do your homework, do your due diligence in the professional fields. You have a responsibility to do due diligence and make sure that all your checks and your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Here in the cryptosphere and in life in general, you should be doing the same. No one, at least I'm not, going to sit here with your hand and hold it. Important life decisions include taking risk. Important life decisions include what are you doing? As you know, a common theme with what we talk about on this channel is what are you doing? What are you striving for? Are you striving to be better? Are you striving to be an overall better person? Do you have goals? Do you have dreams? Do you have things you want to achieve? Have you been knocked down your whole life? Have you been told you can't do it? Have you been informed that you're not good enough? Well, I'm here to tell you that you are good enough. I'm here to tell you that there is a future. No matter, excuse me, no matter the circumstances, no matter what you're going through, there is a better tomorrow. It's not going to be easy, but remember, nothing that comes easy, nothing that comes easy lasts forever. And when you have to sit back and bust your rear end, bust your tail to work and to succeed, it's something that you're going to appreciate more and more. JS says, "What's up, Dungles? Welcome to Late Night with MrDungles. Today we're going to be speaking about important life decisions. We're going to be speaking on a variety of subjects, and you should be ready to take notes in life. And it really matters. Let me just let people know. And it's important." Scott Nichols says, "Love your channel, sir. Thank you for your content. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time out of your day, out of your evening, to be here with me." What I want to talk to you guys about, as I mentioned previously, is important decisions that you're going to have to make. You're going to have to make some decisions that are going to be hard. We can study a chart together real quick and see this. And I'm going to put a little crypto onto it, but remember, Late Night with Dungles isn't about crypto. Late Night with Dungles is much more than that. To put it into perspective, in life, many of us have found ourselves here, the bottom, down. We've found ourselves saddened, with anxiety, filled with depression. We're anxious, we're nervous. We make moves based on our anxiety. We make moves based on how we feel. So I'm telling you, because I go through it, that when you're in the middle of a hardship, a hard moment, a difficult time, it's not a good idea to make those decisions. For example, for you to be like, okay, I bought here at 24.96, it dropped. It's going to go lower. It's going to stop. You're going to make that rash decision. And what's going to happen? You're going to go up. The same way that things come down, things go back up. In life, it's the same thing. I know you've probably grown up your whole life and they've told you, family members, loved ones, you're not going to be anything. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do it this way. You have to do it that way. Otherwise, you're not going to succeed. I'm here to tell you, do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy. Prepare yourself for a better tomorrow. Prepare your family or your loved ones, or if you're by yourself in this world, prepare yourself for a better future, for a brighter future. If that means having to sacrifice not eating Starbucks and getting your coffee at Dunkin' and limiting eating out, then that's what you have to do. Then you need to do what you have to do in that sense. Mr. Gaylord says, Dungles, besties, what's up? And at the end of the day, that's what you need. You need to have the determination, motivation to continue. While I'm suffering anxiety and I can't find motivation or determination, I'm suffering through depression and I can't find the determination to continue to grow and go forward and make it and continue. So I'm here to tell you, go out for a walk, get some sunlight if possible, drink water, look at motivational videos, inspirational videos. I know we want to fastly make rational and irrational decisions where we run and we're like, no, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, you need to take it easy. Crypto is going to be here with you or without you. You need to ensure your mental health is fine. You need to ensure that your mental health is in a spot for you to make good decisions. That's what's going to differentiate your portfolio. Because if you're in a state of mind that you can't make a rational and logical decision, whether it be calculated or on the go, it's not going to go right. At the same time, you need to teach yourself patience. You need to teach yourself that even in those dark, painful, lonely moments, you can still succeed. And it sucks. And it's horrible. And sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. And sometimes you don't want to do anything. But you do. Because the same way shoot, if I don't pay my bills, I'm not going to have electricity. I'm not going to have water. I'm not going to have my car. I'm not going to have this or that. So, I think you should, for sure, be worried and concerned about your mental health. It's not a popular subject. I mean, for God's sakes, my channel's about crypto. But we're talking here with something that is going to help you, propel you to higher levels. And as Mr. Gaylord just said, love the streams, TA is great, but the health is wealth. Through interview processes, through different things, I sit down and I talk with each and every one of you that wants to either join my group or see my Snapchat and stuff like that. And I ask you questions, family, goals, life, because I want to ensure that you have the right motivation going into something. Everything is hand selected in being successful. Warren Buffett is successful because he hand selected his things, his life, his decision. Bill Gates is successful because he did that as well. You put people, Jay-Z is successful because of the decisions he made. He didn't let the circumstances, he didn't let his surroundings determine his growth and limit his ability to transcend to new higher heights, to set examples and pave the way for future legends under him to become what they are today. So I tell you humbly, mental health is real. Mental health is serious. Anxiety is real. Anxiety is serious. Depression is real. Depression is serious. You know, maybe you can cope with your anxiety. Maybe you can cope with your depression. Learning about trading, keeping your mind occupied, doing different things, going out for the walks I talk about, maybe cooking, preparing your own meals. It sounds stupid. It sounds redundant. But honestly, it's the best thing that I can say for people to do. You want to have the success that so many of us have? You want to have the success that many people admire? Then do that. Focus on yourself. Use your index cards. Excuse me. Focus on yourself. Focus on your index cards. Write down your goals, whether you're on your Microsoft tablet, your iPad, a piece of paper. Write down your goals on your phone in the notes section. Dewey Tran says, MrDungles, is Harmony One still able to come back again? Should I switch to alts with more opportunities? Dewey Tran, if you don't have patience for one Harmony, then do what's best for you. But I don't want you coming back on the channel when it's at $1 and saying, man, I should have held. The same way I could have held Mana. The same way I could have held Matic. The same way I could have held XLM. The same way I could have held Ethereum. The same way I could have held Bitcoin Cash. But anyways, this is Late Night with MrDungles. And focus on, you know, if you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a husband, a wife, a partner, you know, focus on putting the phone down a couple hours a day. I know it's difficult. I'm telling you, I know it's difficult. I wouldn't be speaking on something that I'm not, you know, versed in or that I don't experience myself. It's extremely difficult. Especially you don't want to miss a trade. You're like, gosh, you know, what happened? This, that, the third. You know, you don't want to miss out on, you know, a coin like KNC that automatically just went from boom, boom, boom and, you know, took off. I understand you don't want to miss that out. And as you see, I mean, on Binance, it went all the way to 979. You know, we got in at, I think my screenshot's at 260 and wrote it. Patience is the key to success, not only in crypto, but in life. Amin Ozdemir says, any tips for the cryptocurrency coins? Be a little bit more specific. That's too vague for me to answer. I want you to practice taking 30 minutes for a walk. I don't care how busy you are. If you're busy, I'm busy. I still take out 30 minutes for a walk. If you have to put headphones on, put a motivational thing on. Repeat, you know, audiobooks. There's so many things you can do. You want to learn more about indicators. You want to learn more about the templates you're going to use when you use TradingView and things like that. Then go ahead. But make sure you're being productive. Make sure you're not selling out. And not selling out with your own goals. Many times we get lost in making others happy and forget to make ourselves happy. Chris Colin says, why is KNC price so different? So it didn't reflect on Binance. I mean, it didn't reflect on Coinbase, and there's still no explanation for it. It got deposits and withdrawals got halted on Binance. You were able to trade it, but if you had purchased it earlier. So at this time, that's all the information I have on the Kyber network jumping off. And as I said, this is Late Night with MrDungles. We talk a variety of subjects. You can join me on any other stream. This is while we get the other channel rolling for Late Night with Dungles. When's the last time you looked at your partner and sat down and talked about goals? We have late night greetings. This Buckeye is in the Bluegrass State tonight. Beautiful, beautiful. Jim, I saw you added me on one of my social media platforms. I'm not sure which part. I know you're what? I think you're in Kentucky today. Jumpy says, "Let me know if you need any help with Late Night with Dungles." I do. Send me a DM, please. I'm gonna need help with that. We need to get on that. And I want you to do an exercise. On the index cards, if you're new, you don't know what the index cards are, go buy a pack of index cards. On your index cards for trading, put price that you're going to buy in, price you want out, or target price you want out, the name of the coin, and your actual price out. But on another index card, write down your goals. And every day, 2 or 3 times a day, look at that card. It's going to make a difference. When you make your first profitable trade, your second, your third, buy yourself something nice. This may sound stupid, but buy yourself a Snickers bar, your favorite candy bar. I'm not telling you to go out and buy you, a Maybach. No. I'm saying buy yourself something you thoroughly enjoy that you don't do a lot. Maybe you've been wanting, especially if you've made a good trade on a large amount, maybe you wanted to get into a nice wallet. Maybe you wanted a nice wallet, you wanted a nice pen. Maybe you were saving up for that Ledger Nano X, or maybe you wanted a good cologne or a perfume. Go ahead and do that. Because it's going to only motivate you to continue growing and going forward. And that's what it comes down to. The same way the financial markets are here today, the same way crypto's going to be here today, tomorrow, the next day, and it's only going to continue to get larger. If you don't believe what I'm saying, just fact check Google. Google, after years of saying we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that, has now lessened their stance of aggressiveness towards cryptocurrency and have made great progress, tremendous progress in the crypto space. Today, they announced that starting August the 3rd, they would start allowing advertisements for crypto. Not moon coins or even DeFi coins, but Ethereum's, the chain links, or I think the chain links, but Ethereum, the Bitcoins, things like that, Litecoin. You're in a position in your life today where you think you're 100% successful. You make the money, you have, the beautiful partner, whether male or female, you have health. But ultimately, deep down inside, while I'm telling you this, you're not filled. You want more. And I want to help you differentiate what that more is. I want you to understand that there's a difference between being successful and being greedy. If you can't have your own goals identified, you're going to fall into what is called the greed. I'll give you the perfect example of someone, who got into Matic at 11 cents. Said person had 30,000 coins, could have gotten out at $2.60, but greed got to them. And they said, no, we're going to wait because someone said it's going to $10. Massive corrections. What was my opinion? No, don't do it. Wait. Take it, take your profits. That person today would have 5 times what they have right now. Again, greed sometimes will overtake you and not let you or allow you to succeed. There's nothing wrong. I did a KNC trade today. Many of you saw it on my story. I got in at 260. I have to say today because it was like 1 in the morning. When I woke up at around 11, it was at double, like 3 something, and I was, or not double, a dollar more, and I was like, cool, I'm out. And then all of a sudden, boom, it explodes. That's something you're going to have to learn to cope with. Selling, but making profits. Or would you rather hold, not sell, and take the risk of not being able to take profits at all, and then you're stuck holding a bag? There's so many things, and back to the cooking and all that. Take time to cook. Take time to smile. Take time to laugh. Watch a comedy show. Watch stand-up comedy or, something. I know you're stuck on YouTube. I know a lot of people are on YouTube so much. Go ahead and take the time to continue to learn and master your craft. You want to be successful? You want to do $20, $30, $40,000 at a time in trades? You need to master patience. You need to master not having greed. You need to master that if you do a trade and make 2 or 3 grand profit, that's a darn good day. You also need to learn not to overextend yourself. You need to not put yourself in a position where you're renting your Lambo, you're, renting, I don't know, a really expensive condo or house, and you're way in over your head, and now you're looking at crypto and you're mad at crypto because it's not performing as well as you thought. But if you were in since when Dungles got in, you would have been like, oh man, I've 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 20, 30x a lot of my coins. Jim Gart says, I got into Matic at 15 and sold at 30. I never moved back into Matic. I doubled my money and still missed out. Sometimes you can't win for winning. Haha. And Jim, that's happened to me multiple times. But you doubled your money. And let me share with you, that money in a savings account today, it wasn't going to double. It would probably take your whole lifetime to double at the rate the interest rates are today. I want to touch also on a couple of things that I tweeted today because it's very important. Okay, here we go. So many people message me saying that they make 100,000 plus in trading crypto, but when you tell them what do you have to show, they can't respond. They are still working a 9 to 5 and not being free. One of 2 things is possible. Number 1, they are lying. Number 2, they are lying. If you made 100K, build on that and don't back to a 9 to 5. It makes no sense. How are you sitting on 100,000 but still working for someone? You're worrying about buying a car instead of building that 100K. I have someone that said they made over 100K on a trade and that they were saving up because they needed 20 more to get the new Mercedes AMG. And I called him an idiot. And I said, that's stupid. When you can take that and literally make it into $1 million and then buy what you want. And then spend as you want. Or build and buy a triple net commercial property, or build and buy real estate holdings that is going to provide you with passive income, so then you can go not use your fiat or as much fiat, finance it and let it pay for itself. This generation, and a lot of you, old, new, are too worried about impressing others. Having fake designer just to impress someone or people that don't care about you. They don't focus on you. You need to focus on yourself. Build a solid team. You, your partner, dominate something. Repeat it. Success. Be happy. Too many people want the rolls, the designers, the watches, but can't even make a profitable trade yet. Take this as your message to change. You're still in time. What are your friends doing to make you better? Don't do the expensive brunches on a credit card just to talk about how you're killing it, but deep down inside, you don't even have a couch to sit on. Are your friends building alongside with you, or do you have a business? Does everyone just sit around and talk about what they want to do and do absolutely nothing? You keeping up with celebrities, learning about many business or learning about many businesses. And there is absolutely no reason that this year in 2021, towards the end of last year, there were so many resources available for you to succeed. There is literally money being printed left and right. If you were a freelancer, you were getting money. You applied for an SBA, you applied for a PPP. They never made it so easy to achieve. So Scott Nichols says, heard that, Dungles. I drive a 98 Dodge Dakota I bought for $320. And I live in a $260,000 house. It's about priorities. Exactly. You know, when that house is paid off, I don't know what your portfolio looks like, but I'm assuming you have Harmony One and VET, and you may be able to pay off your house this year. You pay it off, then you're like, hey, I can go out and, buy a new house. Buy a new car. Or maybe you want to buy a second house. Obviously with the state of the economy, I'd be careful with that. That's going to be another subject on real estate and all that because of what's going on in the evictions, and you guys know. Invest in yourself. And Scott says, I'm hoping at the end of the year, brother. And I have faith you will. We can drop to $25,000 tomorrow and I'd still be calm and tell you that Bitcoin will hit $100,000 by the end of this year. And my streams don't get deleted. Or my videos, my tweets, nothing. So it's all there to get fact checked and whatever people want to do. Adam Tanner says, progress equals happiness. Exactly. I have new subscribers that, one is newly married, another one is getting married. And they tell me, what should I do? Start taking one day a week, one evening a week, or even just a few hours one day. Surprise your partner. Study your partner. Find out what they want to do, that creative side. Bring out creativity and bring it to a new level. If your partner wants to or enjoys cooking, surprise them. Your partner enjoys dancing, surprise them. There's no reason you shouldn't continue to build on what you have already built. If you've proposed to someone, or in case of another person, they got married, then you should take it to the next step so you can build a solid foundation. As I said in the stream of episode 1, don't lie to each other. No matter what. Whatever you do, don't go to bed mad at each other. Because you never know what tomorrow brings. And it's all about compromise. It's about compromising. Maybe one day you don't want to do something. Maybe another day they don't want to do something. But you have to compromise. And Scott Nickel, you have a Dodge Dakota that you bought for $320. And I will tell you one thing. I think you'll keep that and never let it go. Because it's going to serve as or I should better say, if I were you, I would keep that and never let it go. Because that's going to mark a stage in your life that's gonna, every time you look at it, you're gonna say, I'm making the right decision. I'm sacrificing right now to have a better tomorrow, especially with how the world is going, especially with how things are developing. Let's see how things are going. And that's what you need to do, is focus on yourself. And Scott Nichols says, yes, my daughter will drive it when she turns 16. Amazing. And that's one thing they don't teach in school. They don't teach really in college. And parents don't teach their children, but teach your children, your grandchildren, because I know Garcia Bob listens to this and he has grandchildren. Your nieces, your nephews, or anybody that you have a reach to teach. Teach them about money management. Teaching about, hey, study blockchain technology, because our generation will see it, but it's their generation that will probably implement it into everyday life to levels beyond your imagination. New things that are going to be created, a whole new world. I can give you an example of someone that missed about 25 years of their life. When they came back home, they were able to see so much change that it freaked them out. Things was different, things were different, things change. So even though we feel we're not going to get old and we're not going to continue to strive for success, you need to continue to strive for that success. You need to continue to strive for your loved ones. Shout out to Thomas M., my musical engineer, for the studio music. He's got a couple of great songs, and we have also I have a lot of people that reach out celebrity wise and athletes and stuff, and the DMs get filled. And today I contemplating retirement from YouTube. I don't need YouTube. I do this for y'all. I do this for the Garcia Bobs of the world. I do this for the Jampies, the Adam Tanners of the world, the Scott Nichols of the world. People are like, well, yeah, now you're monetized. Yeah, I'm monetized. And I give probably 10 times whatever I make. I do this for the Jacob Popovs of the world. But sometimes you have to just remember that it's more than just you. And I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with asking questions. I learn every day, and people consider me, or consider MrDungles, a pro at whatever he does or she does. And the truth is, you learn every day. You will never cease to learn. You want to brighten your days. Write down, learn about what you like. Obviously, you're here because you like crypto. You like cryptocurrency, crypto assets, whatever people want to call it these days. Then study what is a blockchain. Study what the fundamentals of VET, VChain are. Study what One Harmony is. Jim Card says, if you're always worried about what someone else has, you'll never be happy with what you have. Jim Gard brings a very important point that I'm going to touch on as well. Exactly, I couldn't have said it better. Don't continue to measure yourself with what your friends have, acquaintances, brothers, sisters, family members. Strive for what you want. I'm going to tell you this. People in the realm that we're in of crypto, could easily afford a brand new Rolls Royce truck, the, brand new Lamborghini SUV, even, probably as far as a Bugatti. And you know what those people probably drive? Or not probably, I know what they drive. I know some of them that drive Nissans. I know some of them that drive Infinities. I know some of them that drive Toyotas. There's nothing wrong. Number one, you're not a target. Number one, you're not a target. You're not putting a target on your back. And number two, you're just being smart and cautious. Jim Guard says, oh yeah, we talked about that. Garcia Bob says, be happy for others to success, never hate. Exactly. Life is too short to be worried about the next person. And that's one of the things that's going to attract your partner. Late Night with MrDungles will be about relationships, money. You're going to have raunchy subjects. You're going to have a lot of subjects. But tonight's stream is about what we're talking about right now. Jacob Popov says, it is so hard to make that first move in depression. It's so hard to love myself again, and I am scared of time, of parents getting older, of me getting older at age 25. And yes, it's a scary thing if you continue to think about it, which is one of the things, understanding that some of the weather isn't perfect. I say, continue to hear audio, videos with visuals about what you want to do. What if tomorrow you wake up and your child, your niece, your grandson, your granddaughter says, you know what, I want to be a garbage man when I wake up. When I grow up. Tell them that you expect them to be the best garbage man they're going to be, and that one day they can own their own garbage company. Don't put them down. Not everybody is meant to be an attorney. Not everybody's meant to be a doctor, accountant, a scientist. Garcia Bob says, always tell the ones important to you that you love them every day. Exactly. Life is too short. If you still have mom and dad, try to make amends. As messed up as parents can sometimes be. Obviously, there's exclusions to that I'm not going to mention, but you should know. But for the most part, if it's just petty arguments and fighting, just stop it. Because when you are there staring at that coffin, the casket, you're gonna wish that you had a call. You're gonna wish you had an opportunity to pick up a phone one last time. You're gonna wish you got yelled at one last time. And some people fall into a deep, deep, dark hole after their loved ones pass. So it's something that you should do if you can, is restore your relationship with your mother and father, or if you have just one, and do the best you can. Be the best version of yourself possible. Wake up every day, whether you wake up early or late, that doesn't matter, and be the best you can be. It's not going to be easy. You're going to feel motivated getting off of the stream or after you're done. And you're going to face adversity tomorrow. You're going to face adversity over the next few days. But continuing the battle and the fights, continuing not giving up, is going to make a world of a difference. If you're in chat and you're enjoying late nights with MrDungles tonight, episode 2, hit the chat with a 777. And for those, Garcia Bob says, lost a sister, brother, mother, and father, and it hurts. But losing my son was, and I think he's gonna put something else. Jim Gard says, the more I invest in my family's financial security, the more thrifty I become. I look at life's luxury items and depreciating assets. Heck, I'm even drinking Natty Light these days. Hey, have one for me. I don't drink, but have one for me. Garcia Bob's finishes, says, my son is the worst pain ever, so always tell your kids that you love them. And Garcia Bob right now is not, like, this isn't something coordinated. This is someone that lives somewhere in the world, I'm assuming United States, that just or has lost a son. Parents, you know kids aren't easy. You know you weren't easy. Garcia Bob says Phoenix, Arizona. Jim Gard says cheers, cheers. So take that time to do that. Take that time to, work on the relationships. One of the things that a lot of people are looking forward to this weekend, including myself, is the Mayweather-Logan fight. And I never thought I'd say that, but I am looking forward to it. And I'll explain here in a minute. Let me read some comments. Scott Nichols says, can't imagine the Garcia Bob, sorry for the loss. Garcia Bob says, my son always told me that he was good with God. Amen. As I always say, God loves you, I love you, Jesus loves you. My DMs are open if anybody ever needs to talk. And why am I looking forward to the Mayweather and Logan fiasco? Because you have Floyd Mayweather going to the Bitcoin extravaganza starting tomorrow. And I think he's a speaker, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm sure he's a speaker. And then he's going to have the fight on Sunday. The reason I want to see it is because one of two things is going to happen. We mostly all know what's going to happen. That's going to be Floyd is going to win. Or what a lot of people are saying, because Logan is bigger, younger, taller, that he's going to maybe knock out or defeat the current and, undisputable greatest boxer of all time. Whether he runs, he hides, whatever they say, he's still the greatest. He's still 50-0. Men and women lie, numbers don't. And you can only go by numbers. And in that fight, you're going to see so many people. You're going to see so many things. And I'm not talking about the physical fight. I'm talking about the camera angles. You're going to see people. How many people are paying a lot of money to see this, when they could easily be paying the $50 on, I think, pay-per-view is going to show it, and spending, $100 on food and whatever, and doing it at home, and putting the rest into crypto. Or maybe putting it towards the vacation. For those that have succeeded, I think Garcia Bob spoke about how he's grown some of his monies from some amount to another amount. And I'm sure some of you have as well. Garcia Bob has already shared with the group here that one of his goals is, to help out for his grandchildren's. Sorry. And I think that you should take time to take a break. You know, maybe you want to do a staycation or get away for a day or two, and maybe you need a sitter, or maybe you don't have kids. Do it. It doesn't always have to be the extravagant San Francisco trips, the Miami trips, where else, the Jamaica trips, the big extravagant. Do something smaller. Do something that you. Hey, I challenge anybody on this stream to go one of these days when you have time with your significant other or yourself or a friend or someone you like a lot or consider, family. Go mini golfing. And then on whatever episode we're on at the time, if you're on, come and share your experience. Because that's going to be huge. Jim Guard says, I'm pretty sure Julio Cesar Chavez Gonzalez didn't lose his first fight until his 91st fight. Oh, okay, so then you have, yeah. One of the greatest, regardless of, the generation. Un saludo para todos mis escuchantes en Latinoamérica, Sudamérica, Centroamérica, la República Dominicana, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Saludos a mis fanáticos de Europa. Están conmigo, siempre, siempre, siempre Dios por delante. Y pues estamos hablando hoy decisiones importantes de la vida. Es un nuevo tema con Late Night con MrDungles. And that's, one of the things I'm looking forward to. I wasn't. And then I started watching the little Showtime thing. I don't watch TV. I barely do. But on my screen, I can, watch multiple things at a time. And I was like, let me check this out. And now I'm like, I can see the unattainable or unimaginable feeling that the Paul guy is going through. I think it's Logan Paul that he's going through right now. He gets to do something that only 50 people have ever done, and is to try to take down the, one of the best fighters of our generation. And possibly the best ever. And if he wins, he'll retire as, honestly, the man who took down Floyd Mayweather. And if he loses, nothing, he's going to still be a Paul brother who's going to do what he does. Anyways. So, I want you to work on yourself. I want you to work on your loved ones. I want you to work on studying. And I want you to work on your patience. Patience is key. Patience is huge. And I honestly would love for you to develop patience. And patience is developed through hardship. So don't think that patience is just going to be easy to come by. Or it's just going to happen out of nothing. So, a lot of people are saying, so many people are saying right now that the breakout's going to happen in the next few days. So Adam Tanner says, I think my best bet to get financial freedom for my loved ones is to keep buying Harmony all the way until it's listed on Coinbase. Not a bad strategy. Adam Tanner says also, I think that's my strategy for now. I can see where you're coming from, but let me zoom into this chart. This is the One Harmony chart. And I want to show you something. So, a lot of people, that's not a bad strategy to have, but I want you to see something. So we got in right around. No, we got in before that. Anyways, we got in before that. We got in at like 1.5. That's VT, I think. Oh, hold on. Oops. That's why I was trying to figure that out. Want to show you something real quick, specifically for Adam and whoever else is on the stream right now. So here we go. Exactly what I was saying. So we'll go to January 6th of this year. You were at barely a penny for one harmony. We got in at 0.015. You see the upwards momentum, the dips. What I want to get at is, for example, Adam and other people that hold a good amount of this coin or any coin that's under $1. You want to ride out, cash out, drop, even though you're creating a taxable event, make sure you have money for your taxes, but still continue. You know, you buy, sell, 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 buy, sell. So by the time you get to 22 cents, this is already profit. And you won't believe, I'll share a story. 5,000 turned into probably, I don't know, 90,000 right now. Just by doing that. And you're just, you continue, and you're not going to get everyone, so don't think that. But if you're like, okay, like I told you guys here, where are we at? This is where we are now. Like, this coin has a future. VT has a future. You ride them. So imagine, and Adam and other people got in at 0.0148. I love one. Exactly. And you trade it and you buy it and you sell it and you buy it and you sell it, and eventually you end up with so many coins that by the time it's at $1, you may have 1 million tokens, coins, whatever you want to call it. That's facts. Because sitting on it, yes, it's cool. You're not doing anything, though. I mean, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just sharing for the people that are just sitting on it and accumulating. You want to, at some point, I mean, obviously you need to be a little bit experienced to know what you're doing. But, you're like, okay, I got in at 5 cents. I can sell at 10. It's going to dip. I'm not telling you buy at 15 and wait for a 10-cent dip, and you already know, for example, it's on its way up. You're like, oh, we're going up, and you're waiting for that dip that's never going to come. Garcia Bob says, the best, but the cost average. But the cost average. Yeah. And I think, I'm sure he's trying to say like dollar cost average is a good thing too. But if you were to take a look at people's portfolios right now, you would see that 100%. And you'd be like, wow. Garcia Bob says, joking, slowly building, still learning. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong. And that's what I want you guys to understand. You guys watch these YouTubers talk about how they just ordered a Lamborghini or whatever he ordered, and another guy, he's in 5 different Lambos, Porsches, and all this, and yachts. I mean, the content we made is one of the highest ones paid on CPM. They have hundreds of thousands, and in one case, over 1 million followers. They can afford certain things that's not with any crypto money. And the majority of them leverage trade. They didn't build anything or their foundation on zero. A solid foundation. I promise you. They just, got lucky with the trades. They got in early, whatever. Yeah, they busted their rear ends. They grew their channels. They did whatever. I'm never going to take credit away from that. But as far as just trading and never leverage trading, yeah. And leverage trading is something I don't recommend. Garcia Bob says, I got BTT at 0.001 at a start, but that took profits and then bought back in at the dip. My cost per coin went up, but on profits, which is good, yes. And Jim Guard says, I think the next real resistance for One Harmony is 11.75, and you're right, because I've said once we get to 12, what was it? Where are we at here? That's 18. Once we pass 12.15, I think, we're off to the races. You know, and we've had little breakouts here and there. We are setting higher lows, and that's good. So that's one of the things I want you to understand. You could be timid. You could feel like people are coming for you. Silver shortage, eyes. What's up, Cameron? There's plastic shortage as well. You need bottled waters. If you drink bottled waters, buy them, buy the packs, because there's a shortage here, because there's no people to work. I understand if you're staying at a hotel, you have to request for certain things to be done that normally would be done, like housekeeping, because they just don't have the staff. And as you see, you know, right now there's a little push going up for Harmony 1, and I think we'll see the breakouts. All I'm going to say is if you saw Doge, I think Jacob can tell you how much Doge went to. And I think it was like 69 or 70 cents or something. If that did that, just imagine what Harmony 1 and VT will do. Garcia Bob, but don't throw them in the ocean because we can track waste exactly. Plastic bottles, yep. .72 at least. Exactly. So be smart in what you do. And don't rush. And you know, remember, none of this is financial advice or any advice. It's my opinions and how I believe, you know, things should flow. Adam Tanner says, gotta hit the hay, my friends. Thanks for the constant source of positivity, of course. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And we'll probably stay on for another minute or so as well. Scott, it drives me up the wall as well to see it on Coinbase. I think it goes live tomorrow. Does it go live tomorrow? Coinbase. Thursday, June 3rd. So tomorrow at noon, Doge will be available. And a lot of people think that Coinbase Regular will make it available later that evening. Doge is probably a coin that's going to pump hard. I've been, like you see, these tokens are the most recent ones. Most of these didn't. So I've been considering doing a crazy move and possibly getting into this, you know, buying it and then setting my sell limit at X amount and then getting out. Just know that Solana, which was getting integrated in Coinbase Pro, is still not integrated, and Dogecoin is about to be. Jacob Popov says 0.69 will be tricky. Trust me on that. What's the current price right now? Let's see. Sitting at 42. Shenanigans. I can't even believe I'm. What's this? The 4-hour chart? Let's go to the 1-hour chart. Well, kind of scary, but shoulder, head. That was an ugly head. Shoulder, confirmation, breakout. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever you identify as. Long-term XRP or XLM, sir. I replied on Twitter, XLM. I'm pretty sure I replied. XRP. I still doesn't mean I don't like XLM. I love XLM. XLM was my baby. And again, thank you guys for watching. We will be live. Episode 3 coming soon, maybe tomorrow night. I have to figure out a schedule. JMP will be on. No, of course, of course. And Jim Guard says, Buenas noches. Thank you for comforting words, sir. Yes, sir. Remember, Dungles is a movement. So, I appreciate everything, you guys. And thank you guys. Take care. God bless. Remember, God loves you. I love you. Jesus loves you. Fading to black. The screen automated. Follow me on Twitter at or follow me on Twitter at MrDungles. Follow me on Instagram at MrDungles if you'd like to speak. See what I do or the nonsense that is posted. Good night, my friend. Good night. Good night. And God bless and take care to each and every one of you. Signing off.